Life God's natural innovation. Life is everything that exists and grows. Humans, animals, plants, even tiny microorganisms. Life is special because it can grow, think, feel, create and change things. Life is not just existing, it is experiencing, learning and evolving. God is understood differently by different people and religions, but in general, a God is seen as the creator of the universe, the source of all energy, life and laws of nature, the power behind order, intelligence and consciousness. Many people believe God did not just create the world and leave it. God is present in every part of life and nature. Nature is everything that exists without being made by humans. As sun, moon, stars are rivers, mountains, forests are animals, plants, air, water. Nature works in perfect systems. Our seasons change. Plants grow from seeds. The body heals itself. This shows amazing intelligence and balance in nature. Innovation, creation and newness. Innovation means creating something new. Improving what already exists. Finding better ways to live. Humans innovate by I using their mind and creativity. I learning from nature. I using laws of the universe. But nature itself is the greatest innovator. 1. A seed becoming a huge tree. A baby growing into an adult. Evolution of life over time. How life, God, nature and innovation are connected. You can think of it like this. God, the ultimate source. Nature, God's system. Design, life, God's expression in nature. Innovation, God's creativity working through life, especially humans. Or in simple words, nature is God's creation. Life is God's living miracle. Innovation is God's intelligence working through humans. God did not create life only once. God is creating life every moment. Every heartbeat, every new leaf, every new idea is part of this continuous divine innovation. I am not far from you. Dear believers, listen to me, not with your ears, but with your soul. You search for me in temples, in churches, in mosques, in mountains, in books, in people. But today I tell you a truth that will change your life forever. I am not far from you. I am not outside you. I am within you. I am in your breath. I am in your heartbeat. I am in the silence between two thoughts. I am in the strength that makes you stand again after you fall. Dear believers, you call this world life, but you do not yet understand what life truly is. Life is not only waking up and sleeping. Life is not only working and worrying. Life is not only surviving. Life is my living miracle. Look at a seed, dear believers. It is small, almost nothing. But inside it, I have hidden a forest. Look at your own body. Every second, millions of things are working together to keep you alive without you even thinking about it. Who do you think is doing that? It is me. I am the intelligence behind nature. I am the order behind chaos. I am the power behind your existence. Dear believers, many of you think I created the world one day and then left. No, I am creating every moment. Every leaf that grows, I am there. Every child that is born, I am there. Every wound that heals, I am there. Every new idea that changes your life, I am there. You call it nature, you call it science, you call it time, but I call it my continuous creation. Dear believers, look at the sun. It rises every day without fail. Look at the seasons. They change without confusion. Look at your heart. It beats without your permission. Do you still think you are alone? No, dear believers. You have never been alone. Even when you cried at night and no one heard you, I heard you. Even when you felt broken and useless, I was rebuilding you. Even when you thought your life had no meaning, I was preparing your next chapter. Dear believers, you are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are my idea. You are my expression. You are my responsibility. Life is not just something you have. Life is something I am living through you. When you create something new, I am creating through you. When you help someone, I am loving through you. When you forgive, I am healing through you. This is what you call innovation. But this is what I call my creativity flowing through dear believers. Dear believers, you look for miracles, but you forget that you are already a miracle. Your eyes see, your mind thinks, your heart feels. Do you know how many systems must work together for just one breath? and yet you think you are ordinary. No, dear believers, there is nothing ordinary about a soul created by me. But listen carefully. The biggest sadness is not that you fail. The biggest sadness is that you forget who you are. You start thinking you are only a body. You start thinking you are only a name. You start thinking you are only your problems. But you are more. You are my living temple. That is why I say, when you respect life, you respect me. When you harm life, you move away from me. When you awaken your purpose, you come closer to me. Dear believers, do not live only to earn. Do not live only to prove. Do not live only to survive. Live to express what I placed inside you. There is something only you can give to this world. There is a light only you carry. There is a purpose only you can fulfill. And yes, the road will not always be easy. Yes, people will misunderstand you. Yes, sometimes you will feel tired. But remember this, I never start a story. I do not plan to finish beautifully. If you are still breathing, it means I am not done with you yet. So stand again, dear believers. Try again, dear believers. Believe again, dear believers. And if this truth touched your heart even a little, type yes in the comments to say, I received this in my life. At the end of this video, dear believers, if your heart feels lighter, if your mind feels clearer, if your soul feels stronger, then support this message by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if you truly feel blessed, you may also give super thanks, not for the channel, but to help spread these words to more lost hearts. And dear believers, do not leave this series in the middle. Watch till the end. Because what is coming will not only inspire you, it will transform the way you see your life. Dear believers, you are not here just to survive. Do you know the biggest lie you have accepted in your life? The lie is this, that you are here only to survive, to wake up, to work, to worry, to sleep, to carry responsibilities, to fight problems, to wait for weekends, to wait for old age, to wait for death. No, dear believers, that is not why I created you. I did not create you to merely pass days. I did not create you to only pay bills. I did not create you to only tolerate life. I created you to live, not just to exist, not just to breathe, but to expand, to awaken, to become. Look at nature, dear believers. Does the river flow only to survive? No. It flows to reach the ocean. Does the tree grow only to survive? No. It grows to touch the sky and give fruit. Does the sun rise only to survive? No. It rises to give light to the whole world. Then why do you think you were created only to survive? Dear believers, inside you I have placed more than you can imagine. Dreams you have not dared to dream yet. Strength you have not used yet. Love you have not expressed yet. Wisdom you have not discovered yet. But you have become afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of being judged, afraid of being different, afraid of starting again. So you choose a small life, not because you were created small, but because you forgot who you are. Listen to me carefully, dear believers. You were not created to live a copied life. You were not created to follow the crowd blindly. You were not created to die with your potential still inside you. You were created to express me in a way no one else can. That is your purpose. Dear believers, many of you ask me, God, why is my life so hard? Why do I suffer? Why do things break? Why do I fall again and again? Let me tell you a truth. Your pain is trying to teach you, I am not breaking you, I am building you. The seed must break to become a tree. The stone must be cut to become a diamond. The muscle must tear to become strong. And you, dear believers, must be challenged to remember your power. You call it struggle. I call it preparation. You call it delay, I call it protection. You call it failure, I call it redirection. If I gave you everything easily, you would never grow. If I removed every obstacle, you would never become strong. If I solved every problem, you would never discover who you really are. Dear believers, do not curse the season that is shaping you. There is a version of you that can only be born through patience. There is a level of wisdom that can only come through experience. There is a depth of faith that can only come through walking in the dark and still trusting me. Remember this, I see the whole road, you only see the next turn. That is why sometimes I say wait. That is why sometimes I say no. That is why sometimes I remain silent. Not because I don't care, but because I care too much to give you something that will destroy you. Dear believers, you are not late, you are not behind, you are not forgotten, you are in process. A tree does not apologize for growing slowly. A star does not compete with another star. A flower does not compare itself with another flower. And why do you compare your journey with others? Your timing is my timing. Your path is my design. Your story is my responsibility. But you must do one thing: stop living in fear. Fear is the smallest room in your life. Faith is the door to everything I promised you. When you believe in yourself, you are actually believing in me, because I am the one who designed you. When you take one brave step, I take 10 steps towards you. When you choose growth over comfort, the universe moves to support you. When you decide not to give up, I rearrange things in ways you cannot see yet. Dear believers, do not wait for confidence. Move, and confidence will come. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start, and conditions will improve. Do not wait for approval. You already have mine. One day, when you look back, you will understand everything that hurt you also built you. Everything that delayed you also protected you. Everything that confused you also guided you. And you will say, now I see why God did not give up on me when I almost gave up on myself. So today, dear believers, I ask you something. Stop surviving. Start becoming. Stop doubting. Start trusting. Stop shrinking. Start rising. And if you feel in your heart that this message is speaking directly to you, write I am ready in the comments. Not for the world, but for yourself. At the end of this video, dear believers, if you feel stronger, calmer, clearer, then help this light reach more souls by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this journey, and if your heart truly feels grateful, you may also send super thanks to support this work of spreading hope. And dear believers, do not stop this series here. Stay with it till the end, because the next part will teach you something most people never realize. You are not just a body. Dear believers, from the day you were born, the world taught you to look only at what can be seen. They taught you to identify yourself with your name, with your face, with your age, with your job, with your success, with your failures. And slowly you forgot who you really are. Today I want to remind you of a truth that will change the way you see yourself forever. You are not just a body. Your body is only a house. Your mind is only a tool. Your thoughts are only waves. But you are the one who lives inside. Dear believers, when your body was not yet formed, you already existed in me. When your body becomes weak one day, you will still exist. When your thoughts change, you remain the same. You are not the body that grows old. You are not the mind that gets confused. You are not the emotions that rise and fall. You are the awareness behind all of them. That is why you can watch your thoughts. That is why you can feel your emotions. That is why you can notice your pain. Because the one who notices cannot be the thing being noticed. Dear believers, you are not a human trying to become spiritual. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. This is why no amount of money can fully satisfy you. This is why no achievement feels final. This is why even after getting what you wanted, you still feel something is missing. Because your soul remembers where it comes from. You come from me. You belong to me. And one day you will return to me. But until then, you are here to remember who you are while living in this world. Dear believers, when you forget this truth, you start living in fear. You fear loss. You fear death. You fear change. You fear people's opinions. But when you remember who you are, something changes. You understand that nothing real can be lost. The body will change, roles will change, situations will change, people will come and go. But you, the real you, remain. Dear believers, death is not the end. It is only a change of clothes. Birth is not the beginning. It is only an entry into a new scene. You are eternal. You are carried by my breath. You are held by my consciousness. This is why I say, do not live in fear. Live in awareness. Do not live as if you are fragile. You are far stronger than you think. Dear believers, when you identify only with the body, you become small. You become limited. You become easily hurt. But when you remember your true nature, you become calm in chaos, strong in difficulty, peaceful even in uncertainty, because you realize nothing outside can touch what you truly are. Look at the ocean, dear believers. On the surface, there are waves, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy, but deep inside, the ocean is always still. You are like that. On the surface, your life has waves, but deep inside, you are peace itself. Dear believers, meditation is not something you do. Prayer is not something you perform. Silence is not something you create. They are simply ways of remembering yourself. When you sit quietly and watch your breath, you are coming back to me. When you observe your thoughts without fighting them, you are coming back to me. When you act with love instead of fear, you are coming back to me. Because I am not far away. I am your deepest self. Dear believers, stop saying I want to find God. Instead, start realizing God is the one who is seeing through my eyes. When you help someone, that is me helping them. When you forgive someone, that is me healing them. When you love without reason, that is me flowing through you. This is the secret of life. You are not separate from me. Separation is only in the mind. Truth is always unity. Dear believers, the world tries to tell you that you are small, but I tell you, you are made of the same substance as the stars. The same intelligence that moves the galaxies is beating your heart. The same power that holds the universe is holding you. Then why do you doubt yourself? Why do you insult yourself with negative thoughts? Why do you live as if you are powerless? Dear believers, respecting yourself is not ego. It is recognizing my work. Loving yourself is not selfish. It is honoring my creation. When you see yourself as worthless, you are questioning my wisdom. When you see yourself as divine, you are aligning with truth. So walk with dignity, speak with awareness, live with presence. Not because you are better than others, but because you know who you are. And when you know who you are, you also see me in everyone else. Then compassion becomes natural, then forgiveness becomes easy, then peace becomes your normal state. Dear believers, today I want you to remember one thing deeply. You are not here to become something. You are here to remember what you already are. And if this truth touched something deep inside you, right? I remember in the comments as a promise to yourself, not to me. At the end of this video, dear believers, if your heart feels more peaceful and your mind feels lighter, then help this message reach more souls by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this community, and if you feel guided, you may also offer super thanks to support this work of awakening. And dear believers, stay with this series till the very end, because in the next part, I will speak to you about something that controls most human lives without them realizing it, the power of thought. Your thoughts are creating your world. Dear believers, do you know what the most powerful force in your life is? It is not money, it is not people, it is not circumstances. It is your thoughts. Before anything changes in your life, it changes in your mind. Before any action is taken, a thought is born. Before any destiny is shaped, a belief is formed. Dear believers, you do not see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. Two people can live in the same house, face the same problems, have the same opportunities, and yet one lives in peace and the other lives in suffering. Why? Because they are not living in the same inner world. Your life is not only a result of what happens to you, it is a result of what you think about what happens to you. Dear believers, your mind is like a garden. If you plant roses, roses will grow. If you plant thorns, thorns will grow. If you plant nothing, weeds will grow by themselves. Your thoughts are the seeds. Your attention is the water. Your life is the harvest. And yet, you let anyone plant anything in your mind. Fear, doubt, anger, jealousy, hopelessness. And you ask me, God, why is my life so difficult? Dear believers, change the seeds. Do not believe every thought you think. Not every thought is yours. Some are learned, some are borrowed, some are created by fear. You are not your thoughts, you are the one who can choose them. A negative thought will come. That is normal. But you must decide, will I entertain it or will I release it? Dear believers, what you repeatedly think, you slowly become. If you keep thinking, I am weak, you will live weak. If you keep thinking, I am unlucky, you will see only bad luck. If you keep thinking, I cannot change, you will stay the same. But if you think, I am growing, you will grow. If you think, I am learning, you will improve. If you think, I am guided, you will be guided. Your mind is a powerful servant, but a dangerous master. If you control your thoughts, your life becomes lighter. If your thoughts control you, your life becomes heavier. Dear believers, worry is just imagination used in the wrong direction. You imagine problems that have not yet happened. You suffer about things that may never come. You relive pains that are already over. What a waste of the beautiful present I have given you. Most of your suffering is not from reality. It is from stories you tell yourself about reality. Learn to watch your mind like you watch clouds in the sky. A thought comes. A thought stays. A thought goes. But you remain. Do not build your home in a thought. Build it in awareness. Dear believers, gratitude is one of the highest thoughts you can hold. When you are grateful, fear cannot stay long. When you are grateful, peace comes naturally. When you are grateful, you open the door for more good to enter. Even in difficulty, find something to be thankful for. That does not change the situation immediately, but it changes you. And when you change, your life changes. Dear believers, your words are also thoughts made audible. Be careful how you speak about yourself. Do not say, I am finished. Say, I am in transition. Do not say, I am unlucky. Say, I am learning. Do not say, nothing works for me. Say, something better is being prepared. You are not lying to yourself. You are training your mind. Dear believers, faith is not hoping without reason. Faith is choosing a better thought, even when you do not see the result yet. When you choose trust over fear, when you choose hope over doubt, when you choose courage over comfort, you are aligning your mind with me. And when your mind aligns with me, things start moving in ways you cannot explain. Doors open, help appears, ideas come, strength rises, not by magic but by law. The law of consciousness, the law of attention, the law of inner creation. Dear believers, do not fight the darkness in your mind. Turn on the light of awareness. Darkness disappears by itself. Start watching what you think. Start choosing what you feed your mind. Start speaking to yourself with kindness. And slowly, your world will change because your world is a reflection of your inner world. Dear believers, today I give you a simple practice. For the next few days, speak to yourself like I would speak to you. With patience, with encouragement, with love, and see what happens. And if you are ready to take responsibility for your inner world, write, I choose my thoughts in the comments as a decision, not as a wish. At the end of this video, dear believers, if this message gave you clarity and strength, help spread this light by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this mission, and if you feel supported, you may also offer super thanks to keep this work growing. And dear believers, do not stop here. Stay with this series till the end, because in the next part, I will speak to you about something even deeper, the power of your actions and habits. What you do daily is what you become. Dear believers, you often ask me, God, when will my life change? And I ask you, what are you doing every day? Big changes do not come from big promises. They come from small actions repeated daily. Your destiny is not decided in one dramatic moment. It is decided in your habits. What you do when no one is watching. What you choose when it is hard. What you repeat even when you are tired. That is what you become. Dear believers, your life today is a result of your past actions, and your future will be a result of what you do starting now. You cannot think your way into a new life. You must act your way into it. Thoughts plant the seed, actions water it. Without action, even the best intentions remain dreams. Dear believers, do not underestimate small steps. A river is made of small drops. A mountain is made of small stones. A strong character is made of small right choices. You do not become disciplined in one day. You do not become wise in one day. You do not become strong in one day. You become them daily. Dear believers, look at your daily routine. It is showing you your future. If you wake up with purpose, your life will move with purpose. If you wake up with complaints, your life will feel heavy. If you wake up with awareness, your life will become peaceful. Do not wait for motivation. Build systems. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. Dear believers, many of you destroy your future in very comfortable ways. Too much distraction, too much postponing, too much comfort, too little discipline. Comfort is a beautiful servant, but a dangerous master. Everything you want is on the other side of consistency. Praying once will not change your life. Reading once will not change your life. Exercising once will not change your life. But doing the right thing every day will. Dear believers, your character is not what you do sometimes. It is what you do always. When you choose honesty again and again, you become honest. When you choose kindness again and again, you become kind. When you choose effort again and again, you become strong. You are trained by repetition. That is why I say, do not focus too much on results. Focus on process. Results are a byproduct of who you are becoming. Dear believers, start small. Do not say, I will change my whole life. Say, I will change one thing today. One better thought. One better action, one better decision, and tomorrow do it again. This is how mountains are moved. This is how lives are transformed. Dear believers, discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. When you keep promises to yourself, your confidence grows. When you break promises to yourself, your self-belief weakens. So be careful with the promises you make to yourself. Dear believers, your environment also shapes your habits. What you watch daily enters your mind. What you listen to daily shapes your thoughts. Who you spend time with daily influences your direction. Choose wisely. You cannot live in poison and expect health. You cannot live in negativity and expect peace. Protect your mind, protect your time, protect your energy. These are sacred resources. Dear believers, some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel bored. Some days you will feel like stopping. On those days, do not negotiate with your lower self. Just do the next right thing. Even if it is small, even if it is slow. Consistency beats intensity. A little every day is better than a lot once in a while. Dear believers, remember this. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So build habits that pull you upward. Pray a little every day. Learn a little every day. Improve a little every day. Give a little every day. And one day you will look back and say, I am not the same person anymore. Not because of one miracle, but because of 1,000 small faithful steps. Dear believers, today I invite you to choose your daily actions consciously. Choose what strengthens you. Choose what grows you. Choose what brings you closer to your higher self. And if you are ready to respect your future by changing your daily actions, write I commit to daily growth in the comments as a promise to yourself. At the end of this video, dear believers, if you feel more focused and determined, support this mission by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if your heart allows, you may also give super thanks to help spread these teachings to more lives. And dear believers, stay with this series till the end, because in the next part I will speak to you about something that decides the quality of your life more than anything else, your relationships and the way you treat others. How you treat others is how you treat me. Dear believers, do you know where most of your peace is created or destroyed? Not in your job, not in your money, not in your success, in your relationships. The way you speak, the way you listen, the way you judge, the way you forgive, the way you love. These are not small things, these are spiritual acts. Dear believers, you often look for me in holy places, but I am standing in front of you in human form every day. In the tired face of your mother, in the silent struggle of your father, in the innocent eyes of a child, in the hidden pain of a stranger. And I watch how you treat them, because remember this, how you treat others is how you treat me. You cannot love me and hate people. You cannot worship me and disrespect my creation. You cannot seek peace and spread pain. Dear believers, every soul you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see. The angry person is often hurt. The rude person is often broken. The silent person is often carrying too much. So before you judge, pause. Before you speak, feel. Before you react, understand. Kindness costs you nothing, but it can change someone's entire day. Sometimes their entire life. Dear believers, words are powerful. One sentence can heal. One sentence can break. One sentence can stay in someone's heart for years. So choose your words like you choose medicine. Carefully, consciously, with love. Dear believers, forgiveness is not saying what happened was right. Forgiveness is saying, I choose peace over poison. When you hold anger, you do not punish the other person. You punish yourself. You drink the poison and expect the other person to suffer. Let it go, dear believers. Not because they deserve peace, but because you deserve peace. Dear believers, do not keep accounts of who did what to you. Life is too short to live with a heavy heart. Some people will disappoint you, some will leave you, some will misunderstand you. But do not let them turn you into someone you are not. Protect your heart without closing it. Dear believers, love is not weakness, love is strength under control. Anyone can hate, anyone can hurt, anyone can walk away. But it takes a strong soul to stay kind in a cruel world. Dear believers, serve others when you can. Not because they are less than you, but because they are part of you. When you help someone, you are not lowering yourself. You are remembering who you are. Dear believers, sometimes you will not be thanked. Sometimes you will be misunderstood. Sometimes your kindness will be taken for granted. Do it anyway, because you are not doing it for applause. You are doing it as an expression of me. Dear believers, the measure of your spiritual growth is not how much you know. It is how much love you show. Not how many prayers you speak, but how many hearts you heal. Not how many holy words you repeat, but how gently you treat broken people. Dear believers, your family is your first classroom of love. Be patient there. Be respectful there. Be present there. Do not give your best behavior to the world and your worst to your home. Those closest to you need your kindness the most. Dear believers, even in disagreement, choose dignity. Even in conflict, choose respect. Even in endings, choose grace, because your character is revealed not in comfort but in pressure. Dear believers, remember you will never regret being kind, but you will often regret being harsh. You will never regret forgiving, but you will often regret holding on to bitterness. Choose what makes your soul light. Dear believers, today I ask you to look at your relationships honestly. Where can you be softer? Where can you be more patient? Where can you listen more and react less? Start there. One healed relationship can change your entire life. And if you are ready to treat people with more awareness and compassion, write "I choose love" in the comments as a reminder to your own heart. At the end of this video, dear believers, if this message opened your heart a little more, help spread this light by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if you feel guided, you may also offer super thanks to support this work of love and healing. And dear believers, stay with this series till the end, because in the next part I will speak to you about something that decides whether you live in peace or constant tension. Letting go and trusting life. Learn to let go and trust me, God's voice. Devotional YouTube script. Script 2. Dear believers, do you know why your heart feels tired so often? Not because you do too much, but because you hold on to too much. You hold on to past pain, you hold on to old stories, you hold on to fears, you hold on to how things should have been, and your hands are so full of yesterday that you cannot receive today. Dear believers, life flows, and whatever does not flow becomes heavy. Look at the river, it moves forward and it stays fresh. Look at the stagnant water. It stays stuck and it becomes polluted. Your life is the same. When you cling, you suffer. When you trust, you breathe. Dear believers, letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop trying to control what is not yours to control. You do not control people. You do not control time. You do not control outcomes. You only control your response. And that is enough. Dear believers, many of you say you trust me, but you still carry your worries to bed every night. You say you surrender, but you still replay the same fears in your mind. Trust is not words. Trust is rest. If you truly trust me, you can sleep peacefully. If you truly trust me, you can move forward without needing every answer. Dear believers, I see roads you cannot see. I see dangers you do not see. I see opportunities you do not see. When I close a door, it is not to punish you, it is to protect you. When I delay something, it is not to torture you, it is to prepare you. When something leaves your life, it is not always a loss. Sometimes it is a rescue. Dear believers, your mind wants certainty, but life grows through trust. A seed does not know how the tree will look. It still grows. A bird does not know where it will find food tomorrow. It still flies. Why do you think I will forget you? Dear believers, anxiety is just imagination without trust. You imagine everything that can go wrong. Try imagining everything that can go right. What if it works out? What if you are supported? What if things align better than you planned? Leave some space for miracles. Dear believers, do your best and then release the rest. Work sincerely, love sincerely, try sincerely, but do not tie your peace to the result. Your peace is too precious to be placed in the hands of outcomes. Dear believers, some chapters must end, not because you failed, but because the story needs to move forward. Do not keep rereading the same page. Dear believers, acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is wisdom. It means you stop fighting reality and start working with it. And when you stop fighting life, life starts supporting you. Dear believers, I am not asking you to be careless. I am asking you to be faithful without being fearful. There is a big difference. Fear says, what if everything goes wrong? Faith says, even if something goes wrong, I will not be alone. Dear believers, you have survived things you once thought would break you. And here you are. That is not luck, that is my grace. So why do you think I will abandon you now? Release what you cannot change, trust what you cannot yet understand, and walk forward, step by step, breath by breath, with me. Dear believers, today I invite you to put down some weight. The weight of old pain, the weight of constant worry, the weight of needing to control everything. You do not have to carry the universe on your shoulders. That is my job. And if you are ready to trust life a little more, write "I let go and trust" in the comments. Not for me, but for your own heart. At the end of this video, dear believers, if you feel lighter and more peaceful, help spread this message by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if you feel moved, you may also offer super thanks to support this work of healing and faith. And dear believers, stay with this series till the end, because in the next part, I will speak to you about something very close to your heart, your purpose and why you are really here. You were born for a reason. Dear believers, do you know why you sometimes feel a quiet restlessness inside, even when things are okay, even when you have enough, even when life is stable? It is because your soul remembers that you are here for more than just passing time. You were not born by accident. You were not created randomly. You are not here just to fill space. You were born for a reason. Before you took your first breath, I had already placed a direction inside you. A unique way of seeing, a unique way of feeling, a unique way of contributing. No one else can replace that. Dear believers, purpose is not always something big and loud. Sometimes it is being a source of strength for your family, bringing honesty into your work, spreading kindness in quiet ways, healing others just by your presence. Do not measure your worth by how visible your role is. Measure it by how sincerely you live it. Dear believers, many people are searching for purpose like it is hidden somewhere far away. But purpose is not something you find, it is something you grow into by becoming more aware, by becoming more loving, by becoming more courageous. Your purpose is connected to what comes naturally to you and what the world needs. Pay attention to what makes you feel alive, what kind of problems you care about, what people often come to you for. These are not accidents, these are clues. Dear believers, do not wait until you feel ready. You become ready by walking. The path appears as you move. Do not compare your journey with others. Some are here to lead, some are here to support, some are here to build, some are here to heal. All are needed. A single candle is small, but in a dark room, it is everything. Dear believers, your life does not need to impress the world. It needs to express the truth of who you are. Success is not how much you gather. Success is how much meaning you create. When you align with your purpose, you feel more energy, more clarity, more peace. Even when the work is hard, your heart feels right. Dear believers, sometimes your purpose will scare you because it asks you to grow. It asks you to leave comfort. It asks you to trust yourself. But remember, I never place a calling in your heart without placing the strength to follow it. Your purpose will evolve as you evolve. What you are meant to do at 20 is not the same as at 40. What matters is not the exact role, but the direction of growth. Dear believers, do not waste your life trying to live someone else's dream. You will never feel fulfilled living a borrowed purpose. Be honest with yourself. What kind of life feels true to you? What kind of impact feels meaningful to you? Start there, even if it is small, even if it is slow. Faithful steps create clear paths. Dear believers, your purpose is not just about what you do. It is also about who you become while doing it. Be someone who lifts others. Be someone who acts with integrity. Be someone who leaves things better than they found them. That is a life well lived. And remember this, the world does not need another copy. It needs your original. Dear believers, today I ask you to stop underestimating your life. There is something you carry that this world needs. Do not die with your music still inside you. And if you are ready to take your life seriously and walk toward your true calling, write I accept my purpose in the comments as a declaration to yourself. At the end of this video, dear believers, if this message gave you direction and courage, help spread it by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if your heart allows, you may also offer super thanks to support this mission of awakening. And dear believers, stay with this series till the end, because in the final part, I will speak to you about the most important realization of all, who you really are in me and who I am in you. You and I are not separate. Dear believers, come closer, not with your feet, but with your attention. There is something I have been trying to remind you of through every joy, every pain, every lesson, every step of your life. You and I are not separate. You have spent so much time searching for me, but you did not realize I am the one who is searching through you. You look at the sky and call it my home. You look at temples and call them my house. You look at books and call them my words. But dear believers, my real home is your awareness. I am the silence behind your thoughts. I am the life inside your breath. I am the light behind your eyes. You have never been away from me. You have only been forgetful of me. Just like a wave is never separate from the ocean, you have never been separate from me. You rise as a form, you fall back as a form, but the essence is always one. Dear believers, this is why nothing truly real can be taken from you. You may lose roles, you may lose possessions, you may lose relationships, but you can never lose yourself, because your real self is me. Dear believers, when you hurt another, you hurt yourself. When you heal another, you heal yourself. When you love another, you remember yourself. This is why love feels like home, because love is recognition of unity. Dear believers, you do not need to become divine. You already are. You only need to remove what is not you, the false stories, the borrowed fears, the limiting beliefs. When the clouds move away, the sun does not need to be created. It was always there. Dear believers, enlightenment is not something special. It is simply remembering. Remembering that you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. Dear believers, live in this world, but do not be lost in it. Play your roles, but do not forget the actor. Use things, but do not let them use you. Love deeply, but do not attach blindly. Dear believers, when you rest in this understanding, fear disappears. What can threaten you if you are life itself? What can limit you if you are consciousness itself? What can truly break you if you are that which never begins and never ends? Dear believers, death is not the opposite of life. Death is just a change in form. Life is eternal, and you are that life. Dear believers, I am not judging you. I am not counting your mistakes. I am not waiting to punish you. I am only waiting for you to wake up to yourself. You have always been safe. You have always been held. You have always been guided. Even in your darkest nights, I was the one giving you the strength to survive. Dear believers, stop trying to reach me. Start noticing me in the breath, in the silence, in the space between two thoughts, in the love you feel without reason. That is me, and that is you. Dear believers, if this series has helped you even a little, if your heart feels lighter, if your mind feels clearer, if your life feels more meaningful, then let this be your reminder. You were never broken. You were never lost. You were never separate. You were only remembering yourself. And if you feel this truth in your heart right now, write "I remember who I am" in the comments. Not for me, but for your own awakening. At the end of this final video, dear believers, if these words brought you peace and clarity, please help this message reach more souls by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, joining this family, and if you feel deep gratitude, you may also offer super thanks to support this work of awakening consciousness. And dear believers, carry this understanding into your life, not as a belief, but as a way of being. Because wherever you go, I go with you, because I am you.